Hey there, book lover, book ladies. Welcome to our Thrive PK story celebration. What a perfect way to launch this new business year together, celebrating amazing stories. Not just these amazing stories that we all do love, but also some really great stories that have everything to do with this wonderful business that we love. So, throughout the day, we are going to be posting every 30 minutes. Myself and 13 other wonderful directors in this group will be sharing more about some different stories that have everything to do with all of us. And I think you'll enjoy it. So we hope that you'll check in often. Check out every post. They will be numbered, of course. And definitely comment on each post because we are giving away a bunch of free new titles. At least one free new title, but often two free new titles on every single post. Just need to comment and be part of the celebration to get entered to win. So let's start with the very first story, and that is the UBAM story. You know, it actually started way back. I'm sorry, my paper keeps falling. I'll just hold it. Too many facts for me to actually remember. I wanted to get these dates right. So it started back on March 1st, 1989, because I was not a consultant then. There are actually some consultants who are still with us and were with us from the very beginning, and that is absolutely amazing. I hope you guys have a chance to meet some of them. One of them is my team leader, Charlene Harris, who is such a wise and wonderful person. I hope you get to meet her. So it all started in 1989 when our CEO, Randall White, decided to create a division in this company for home sales. And that's when Usborne Books at Home was born. Yes, that's what we used to be called. It used to be UBA, not UBAM. We'll get to where that change came about. But it was definitely not the smoothest ride, and Randall has many stories. He's definitely a storyteller. You might hear them over and over again, but they're great. He has been all in with this vision of having this division of the company really explode the company. He saw early on the true potential with it all, especially when he saw the type of people that the company was attracting. He knew that we were capable of really, really big things, and he gave so much to keep that dream alive. In fact, he even took out a mortgage on his house at one point to save the company. The company was in dire straits when he first came on, so he had a lot of work to do. But I know I am so forever grateful for all the sacrifices that he made early on so that this dream really could exist today here on January 4th, 2017, because we just simply wouldn't be here if it were not for our amazing CEO. So in 2003, I went to a book party and I discovered these books and I became a consultant. I truly didn't do it to build this incredible business that I have today. I did it because I loved the books and I needed a little extra money and I wanted all of the books. So it just made sense. And if somebody would have told me that I would be sitting here because I made that decision 13 years ago and it would grow into just this team of the most incredible leaders who inspire me every day and consultants who are so passionate about these books and this business, which would lead to these leaders creating their own incredible story and their own incredible teams to be what it is today. I would have been blown away and probably wouldn't have believed it. So I just encourage you. You never know where you're going to be 13 years from now with your business story. Let everything that's possible be possible because it is so worth it. So then in 2009, we acquired Kane Miller Publishing. So that was a really big move because, we were obsessively in love with Usborne Books. There were no other books out there that were anywhere close to being as amazing as Usborne. But then Kane Miller came along. I'm going to show you. This book does not exist anymore. It's out of print, but it was my first Kane Miller love, Sebastian's Roller Skates. I'm not even going to tell you about it because you're just going to want it and then you're going to be mad because you can't have it. Maybe it'll come back someday because I know our editor, Carolyn, absolutely adores this book too, but it is my first Kane Miller love, and truly, it took no time at all for all of us to fall just as in love with Kane Miller books and our amazing Carolyn, our editor of Kane Miller. And it was a perfect addition to our wonderful Usborne books to really expand our fiction. So that was a big moment in the UBAM story. And that is actually when the name changed from UBA to UBAM and Usborne Books and More, because it wasn't just Usborne Books. They had to account for these other amazing books that we have. And Usborne Books and More, Kane Miller is the more, and boy, are they. So then 2 years later, now things are really starting to develop with our company and puzzle pieces are really starting to fall into place, but we still have a lot of work to do. And that's when Heather Cobb shows up. In 2011, it was truly fate and destiny that led Randall White to her. I'm sure he will tell you that story someday. And she came on board and again, was the perfect match for this company, for this mission, for the field, everyone. She brought branding to us. She brought big thinking and just has had the most inspiring impact on this company and on all of us. If you have not had a chance to hear her speak or meet her, please join us at National Convention this June because she is just fabulous. You will love meeting her. So things started to change a lot. And then in 2013, that I'm not sure exactly when, but that's around when Facebook parties started. And I will say it was just kind of the perfect storm. We were ready as a company. We were ready as a team. And we took on this amazing new opportunity that Facebook parties presented. And wow, did it explode things. So let me give you some numbers to help with that perception. So back in 2004, which is when I promoted to team leader, there were 341 team leaders. We actually had a little momentum going on around that time for a few years, but then we went through some really challenging times, some really challenging years before Heather came on and then just shortly after because she helped us to really turn things around. In January 1st, 2014, we only had 287 team leaders and 9 directors. Just 3 years ago on this date, 287 team leaders and 9 directors. Today, we have 2,180 team leaders and 53 directors. So, wow, a lot has happened, which makes sense why we had the year that we had in 2016. Our company still grew. But if you were part of that year at all, you know that we were faced with a lot of challenges, and a lot of those challenges still exist. But we're working through them because we just grew so quickly as a company. It wasn't even over those 3 years. It was more like a year and a half time span that really exploded the company. And every single part of our foundation with our company needed to change with it. So we're still in those processes, but I can assure you, and I hope that some of this history gives you the confidence that success is inevitable with us. We have a mission that is non-negotiable. We have to succeed with it. We are the only ones who represent these books. We have to succeed in getting them to all children, and so we will. And you may have recently heard Randall White say he never gives up. Well, he doesn't. And I don't give up. And many, many others who are part of this company will never give up on the company, on the potential, and on the mission. And we are so thrilled that you are part of all of this. Now, I will say over all those years, you can see, from what I've told you, things looked very, very different at different times. Growth was much smaller at different times. But I will tell you, there have been incredible success stories along every step of that journey. Incredible success stories. They've always existed. And the reason is success stories are born from a person, from their desires, from their determination, from their passion. And they actually have little to do with circumstance. So I am so excited about 2017, knowing that we got through 2016. We survived it and we're fine. In fact, we're stronger, each of us as business owners. And everything is still possible because we still have more potential today than we did 10 years ago. And I know I am celebrating that today. So over the next several hours, we're going to hear more great stories. We're going to hear stories about this incredible business, the story of potential that this business holds, and we're going to end with the best story of all. So just remember to check in when you can. The posts will be numbered. We have turned off posting, so really only the posts for the story celebration should appear throughout the day. Now, I have a quick question for you. Comment below on this post because I love the new year. I love reflecting on the previous year, learning from it and assessing it, but also celebrating the great things that happen because there are always great things that happen. So please comment below, give it a little thought, and share with all of us what was a favorite business moment in 2016. I am so excited to read your comments. There are a lot of people in this group, so it might take a while, but it will be so worth it. And we're just going to have an amazing day and an incredible year fulfilling our mission together. So thrilled that you guys are all part of that. Have an amazing day. It'll be fun.